guys, Mark Miller here. How you doing? How you doing, Rory?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you?
You know, I'm working through some weird, bizarre issues. You know, remember yesterday we had the I told you about the problem about the overlays being scaled in the wrong way. I thought I was onto a fix this morning, but no, look, see the clock right up there? See Fred's name tag over there?
Yeah, they're sort of flying high, not quite where they should be.
Yeah, it's really not. I'm going to actually
Or the right size.
I'm going to spend a moment to take a look at that here for a second here.
Is this you're saying to do with the fact that you're now using two PCs?
No,
Is that what
I think it has to do.
Resolutions and stuff?
I think it had to do with adding featured chat and trying to move it or rescale it. So,
Okay.
So let's take a look at the pieces inside and look at the transforms in each one. This is what I'm going to do and see if we can find a clue. Oh, there's a clue. The NDI Skype mix. Interesting. I'm going to change that to 0 and that to 0. Oh, look at this. Look what's happening because it changes the size to this giant, ridiculous size. If I reset, okay, that's maybe better. I don't know if that's going to change it. Nope. Coder's featured chat. These are the numbers I thought were going to make it work for me. 0 positioning and size 1920 by 1080 with a bounding box size of 1920 by 1080, stretched to bounds as well.
So you're running from two machines. Which of the two machines is the one you had already and therefore is running things
Look at
that
this.
haven't changed?
Look what I found.
Ooh.
This is we're all essentially on one machine. Yeah, this is the kind of the crap that I was seeing before. Excuse my language there, folks. We're going to change this to 1920.
Left to right just fixed.
1080. Did it? I'm not able to quite see the stream here.
Yeah, it's back.
Wow.
I'm a little behind you. I'm not looking at Skype at the moment. I'm looking at the stream, and yeah, that looks pretty spot on.
Wow. So yeah, so what happens is one of the, now notice that element I just changed was hidden. It shouldn't even been affecting the size of it or position. So if you change the size of position of an element inside a group, it can change the whole group's size, apparently. Hold on, I'm going to try and close my door without leaving my chair, using my extended foot. Look at that. That was pretty impressive. All right, so maybe that's going to work.
Oh, there you go. One problem solved already. And what are we like? A minute and a half in? 2 minutes?
Not bad. And what's going on over here? I want to. I brought this up because I was thinking, I want to. What is going on here? This one is bizarre. I'm clicking on different things. I'm supposed to have
copy pasted play with a minus sign on transparency with, I don't know, a speaker or a CD in the background.
Yeah. How are all the effects done? Is that HTML with WebGL and stuff? Kessler6 is asking that. No, we're actually quite proud. It's an engine built out of TypeScript, and it is that's how the effects are done. So we've got those all running, including animations. The engine is using animation for like Fred, so Fred can say give a thumbs up, or Fred can like point over to me, and I can point back to Fred, say Fred, you're the frog, or whatever you are, and he can point back at me and say you're the he doesn't know. What's interesting here is do I have another file?
I mean, to some extent, this is web tech, though, right? We are pushing a web page overlaid on Mark's video of both himself and his desktop. We are using HTML, and ultimately it's JavaScript, but we make the JavaScript using TypeScript, and we kind of hook it all up with a chat room and with Mark's Stream Deck using some SignalR.
Yep.
But at that point, we're building stuff with HTML, bit of C# on the server end, and TypeScript. So from scratch in like better than 90% of cases.
Oh, it's a canvas, Kessler6. It's a canvas.
Yes.
We've got a canvas in there, and that's pretty much it, with the exception of our 3D effects for our dice rolls. So if I come in and say, let's roll, here's the test all damage roll that just throws out all of these dice at once with all the special effects. These are our sandwich layers of our animated 2D pieces on top of our 3D dice that are rolling. So with the 3D dice, we've got, what is it? It's, what is it called?
Dice Live, isn't that the beat we use? One of the
it's 3JS, 3JS is what we're using, and I forget that's the 3D engine. And I'm trying to remember the other one. It's like Canon is what I think it is. Is that right? Canon.js? Does that sound right to you? Don't remember?
Long time back now.
Base Alpha teleporting into the building. Yeah, it's Canon JS. It's a physics engine. And so we're using the two together, 3.js and Canon.js. Yeah. 3JS is WebGL. Yeah, awesome. You know what? My apologies for not knowing that or not remembering that. I think at one point I did learn that. Yeah, so the two together are pretty cool. So we've got these, 3D, like I say, the 3D dice effects. We can come in and we can say, let's grab, I think I saw an exception on this. Let's see if I may not be able to do this. Nope, it rolls the dice. So there, the die rolls are there. The die rolls are there. You've got shadows behind the die that are coming down on top of the stream. So transparent shadows are coming in there. Got the overlay kind of graphic effects there. So kind of some cool stuff. Let's clear the dice out. There we go. What's interesting is, do I have control of this yet? I still don't have control. So this app is like kind of in a hung state here. And I'm a little bummed about that. I can't do a save as, I can't save. Not much I can do, and I'm not sure why. It's as if there's another dialog open, but there's not. And I was hoping to modify these, just before the show started, but that didn't work, so we'll have to do this later. All right, so let's get into it. We'll get into it. That means I've got crappy looking buttons. Gosh, my language. So Rory, did you see the description for the stream, today's live stream?
I did not, no.
Well, then you
what
don't
is
know
our description for today?
You don't know what's going on. This show is
it's all a big surprise for me.
It's called The Scorpion Show.
Ooh.
It is C#, TypeScript,
Right.
Visual Studio, and one developer who was recently stung by a scorpion.
Wow.
And it's one of the two of us. And
I have no memory of such an event, so I'm going to go out on a massive limb and suggest that it might be you.
It might be me.
Unless, of course, this scorpion happens to have some kind of memory-defeating venom, in which case I guess it could be me.
No, the memory-defeating stuff it's not really a symptom.
Okay.
So no. And I apologize, I've got a dog right outside the door. You can probably hear him.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're at Dungeons and Dragons stuff. That's not a ghast or a ghost or anything like that. That's a little puppy.
It's a little puppy, and the puppy is like, I've got like loud noises outside, so I closed my door, and the family has essentially all abandoned me at this point in time with the puppy, and all right, I'm going to let the puppy in. I can't handle it anymore, Rory.
Fair enough.
Let everybody know what we're doing, and I'll be right back.
Indeed. Right, everybody, just to catch you up, if you've never been with us before, we are building all kinds of stuff. Mark's got a second stream out there that we use. I think it's every Sunday and Thursday evening, my time. UK, it's about 3 in the morning. And on that show, it's a Dungeons and Dragons extravaganza where he and a bunch of colleagues have effectively a comedy Dungeon and Dragons show, which is assisted by the code that we're building here. So we've got everything from, as you saw before, character sheets and special effects. We've got health and damage for people. We keep track of their stats. The dice get rolled for us. We know which dice for which purposes and all that kind of stuff, so that the Dungeon Master doesn't have to keep track of anywhere near as much stuff as they would otherwise have to do. Helps the whole thing keep going. As Mark likes to say, this is kind of the ESPN of Dungeons and Dragons, which is a fantastically entertaining show. The idea on this show is that we're creating some of the pieces that are going to help make that a little easier, a little more entertaining, and just generally raise the game, should we say?
Yeah. Kessler 6 says out in the chat room, I started a project that puts the whole overlay in HTML without using OBS, just using WebRTC, so it captures my screen, captures my camera, just like Google's Hangout would. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Let me go switch over to my other player view here, so I'm over on the side. It looks like Chillaxor is out there with us today, and Codebase Alpha was talking about, we were saying that's not a Dungeons and Dragons character, but Kobe Selma says it's a were puppy. So about 8 hours ago, Rory, I woke up in the middle of the night to some burning pain in my shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the heck? And I look around and I see no evidence of anything. There's nothing nearby. There's no, scorpion. There's no like red fire ants. There's nothing. But it is, it's a fair amount of pain. And I'm thinking, I think I got stung by a scorpion.
Hurt me.
Then I start looking up, then I start feeling like the slightest little bit of tingling in my lips. And I go, I look up side effects of scorpion bites.
Yeah, that's right. Using the internet, which couldn't possibly lead you to believe anything terrifying.
Right. And so I get to the Mayo Clinic's one, and they have a simple explanation of the side effects. And tingling is not listed. So then I do another search for scorpion bite and lips tingling, and holy cow, do I get hits on this. And I get hits from what appear to be highly reputable sources like scientific articles. And as I'm reading it, that it says, tingling of the lips and, the mouth and the face, it is spreading to the lips and the mouth and the face.
As you read the description, so you feel it happening.
Yes. And they say generally it'll last about an hour. Is what they say, but it could last.
And then that's it. You're done. Is that it?
Well, that's what they say. It did not last for an hour. And now here's the other thing that happened. So the toxins are in my body, and I'm like, hey, Karen. And she's like, so by the way, when she finds out there's a scorpion in our bed, she does not. She's like asleep.
I'm thinking she's not terribly happy with that fact.
She didn't. She surprised me. I thought she was going to be like, let's look for it. But she's like dead asleep. And I'm like, all right, if you don't want to look for it, I'll let you sleep. But as I'm laying there, I'm like thinking,
just don't roll over onto it or anything.
Right. Well, there are other potential problems too, that I was slightly worried about, reading the page. I was thinking, because there's respiratory problems and there's cardiac problems, heart-related problems. And I'm thinking, well, I should probably, stay awake for an hour is what I said to myself. And I essentially told Karen that was my plan, to watch it. And within about, I'd say 35 minutes, that kind of tingling sensation was coming across my entire body. And I was feeling like crazy relaxed. And I was thinking, oh my God, I don't, the most drugs I've ever done in my life is pot. And I do it infrequently, like a couple times a year, something like that. And I do it in edible form because I can't, I'm such a, wimp, I can't smoke, right? That sort of thing. But I imagined what I was feeling was very close to LSD without the hallucinatory effects. In other words, I was becoming acutely aware of every, the physical shape of my body, the three-dimensional shape of where everything was. And it was especially like if I got up and tried to walk, it was especially pronounced. Like every footstep, I was like, here's your body, in 3D space, like everything, the skin, everything. And I was like, whoa. And so I was incredibly relaxed though. The area that was in pain was kind of totally numbing down, and I was just wanting to go to sleep, there was a happy euphoric sense. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on with this bite?
I'm trying to imagine what the sort of the evolutionary purpose of this is. And basically all I can think of is that scorpions have evolved this idea where they can lull you into this complete sense of, they sting you first, they make you go to sleep, and then they just eat you or something like that whilst you're nice and chilled.
I think it's my weird body.
That seems kind of terrifying to me.
So by the way, Rory, I let the dog in. And what happened? A kid came in, opened the door, let the dog out, and then abandoned the dog outside my room again.
I bet they thought they were doing something really helpful there, though. I mean, that was all in the best of
that's what I thought they were doing, but I know the dog wasn't whining when they came in. I think they were just looking. They were like, what's going on over here? Oh, Dad's doing his show? All right, I'll let the dog out, and I'm going to then walk out of the house, leave the dog in the house. Yeah. The dog. All right.
There you go.
I'm sad about this dog. More than the five. Wait, what are you saying, Moshiko? Something more the 5,000 lines of code. What are you talking about, Moshiko? You're talking about
an analysis of our project, perhaps. Projects.
Not sure. Maybe if you downloaded the source code, show 256 something special planned for it. Well, this is it. Cyril, I'm just talking about this is the Scorpion show, man. So anyway, now we're like 8 hours past the bite. Is that right? 9 hours past the bite. I was bitten at about 1:30 a.m. And still in the face, tingling. Little bit, I don't know if you want to call it dizzy, but when I take a step, I don't quite catch myself in the normal way. Right? Like that. Line code shows on the left side. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that might be a sign that we've been working for a while, and we could maybe do some refactoring. Although all this code is UI related code, so I will say that, right? You've got a bunch of, this is what it looks like, and we're not
got a lot of controls and a lot of responses to those controls.
Right, so, exactly, yeah. Right. It is for, in fairness, it's for this app, which is our control panel for the Dungeons and Dragons app, which includes things like, debug pages, things that we're just doing now for development, things for creating effects and building them.
It's a flight deck on an airplane. It's like the huge command and control center.
Yeah, like this has even got, UI pieces that add and subtract based on what's out here. So there's a fair amount of stuff in here, in fairness. And also, I guess...
You don't knock this up with 10 lines of code, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and in my defense, there are not a lot of very large methods in here. So they're mostly you can see them all on one page, which tends to be better than, methods that go across multiple pages of the view. True. Okay. So yeah, sorry about that, Moshiko777. I know that's like, that's a scary thing when you see that. And, but maybe exciting. So anyway, I've got the neurotoxins in my body. And in addition to going away in 1 hour, they could also last up to 3 days. So where did it bite me? It bit me right here, right there on my shoulder. I got a dog right outside. I'm going to try one more time, Roy. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let me get some music going here so at least you guys, aren't just staring at each other in awkward silence. I'll be right back. Come here, little guy. You want to come in here? You need a friend? I'm going to leave the door slightly open, just like that. Sorry, Roy. If you were talking, I hope I didn't interrupt you.
It's okay, no problem.
All right.
So I guess the question everyone's got on their minds at this stage is, so have you got any superpowers as a result? Because normally that's what happens, right? Bitten by a small creature, superpowers.
No, unfortunately, no, and no. Yeah, I don't. My superpower right now is goose flesh and sweating.
Oh, right.
Surly Dev asks, how did a scorpion get onto your shoulder to bite you at 1 a.m.? Well, I had a shirt on. I was sleeping with a shirt on, and it just, I think, crawled on me. The thing that's weird, Surly, is I had no recollection of a movement. I had felt nothing crawling on me, that sort of thing. So I assume it climbed up the bed and then found a way over. Karen got a scorpion bite a couple days ago. In our bedroom. And so I think it's the same one. And I think, later today, I'm going to start tearing things apart. Really, I left the door open, but it closed just a little bit and the dog's going to be a little bit upset. I want that dog. Hold on. I'm going to get that dog in my lap. Is that a bad choice, Rory? What do you think? Let's see what happens.
If it can stay in your lap, that's cool.
We'll see what happens.
If on the other hand it tries to code, that's going to be less easy.
Yeah, let me try that and we'll see how that works. Give me 1 second. One more time, kids. Was it really Karen that bit you? No, it was not really Karen that bit me. Come here, little guy. What do you want to do? Do you want to come up here?
It was a real scorpion.
See if you like being up here with me. You think I can code with you?
Levels of little
can I code with my little puppy up here? You want to help me code? There you go. There
Coding
you go, right there. All right, putting my earphones in, Roy. Now I can hear you.
Coding puppy. You need to get him like a live coder's jacket for the puppy.
Yeah, so this is a little puppy that's incredibly attached to Karen, to his mama, and oh yeah, he doesn't want to be up here. He's going for a down. He's going down for a jump. Can you get out? Well, he got out. Okay, hopefully that'll be the door's open enough. He can come in and out and talk to me. Oh my gosh! All right, I'm gonna start texting the kids now and mom. Say somebody get this dog. So that's going to be tough to code in. Can you get the dog? All right. See if that rescue attempt. Come home, the puppy is being clingy, says Surly Dev. Takes everyone else, but takes the mic with him. Haha. Yeah, no, I did that on purpose. Moshiko777 says, I've reached a total of 40 lines of code in a document by far, I think.
Wow.
I'm going to call that impressive. Whatever you're doing.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's not over here. We're not impressive over here. Right, Rory?
We're not as impressive.
You know how we do things on this show, Rory?
How do we do things?
That's how we do it. That's how we're running. So you're seeing a brute force attacks again and again. That's what you're seeing. So speaking of brute force and ignorance, let me tell you where we're at. We're in the middle of what we did yesterday. We tried to create a music player. Mm-hmm. And
this is the thematic music player, so it's not the one that we use on this show. This is one used by the Dungeon Master to express a theme for the current situation. So you might have a weather background later on, but you might also have a kind of a calm outside kind of a thing going on, trees, whatever. Sound effects that adds to the vibe of your current situation.
Right, so there's basically 3 layers of sound effects that are going to be playing at once from 3 different kinds of engines, or at least maybe 2 different kinds of engines. One is an engine that plays music. There's nothing like rock music in the background. You think rock music in the background of Dungeons & Dragons? I had an option to do that, and I was actually like, I did think it takes you too much out of the Dungeons & Dragons theme, but I'm open to it. Right, that medieval setting, I think it takes you out of it, the rock and roll. But I'm totally open to it, and maybe adding it.
Might work as the background for a fight scene.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing for battle, right? We might have create a second button here called Battle Rock, where if the Dungeon Master wants to do that. So the idea for the music, the thematic music, is the Dungeon Master hits on one of these buttons here: travel in towns, battle, suspense, bittersweet, and then there'll be more: inspirational, happy, even funk in there, foreboding. So different themes. Then there's going to be a secondary layer, which is the weather, sound effects for the weather. Like, is it raining, I guess, is the big one. Is there winds? Is it a storm? Is it light rain? That sort of thing. And then there'll be another one for the location ambience. So are we in a dungeon? Are we at the beach? Are we in the forest? That sort of thing. So that is that's what those are the layers. So right now we're working on the sounds, and yesterday I got it to the point, Rory, where I could click a button and it would start playing.
Nice.
And I think it would even change sound to sound, song to song. But then once we change to another genre, it would stop playing. So there's some code that's not working in here. Up here, I added, just before today's show, I added 2 folders. Test Battle, which contains 10 songs. Let me grab the length and show you the length. Notice all of those songs are 15 seconds each.
Okay.
We have, with the player's got a 5-second overlay between the beginning of the song and the end of the song, in which it will gradually be faded down, and the other one will be faded up. Blackmore's Night Songs.
If we are specifically on the Test Battle theme, you'd randomly pick one of these. Let's imagine it was song 1, and you'd start playing that 15 seconds. And as you reach the 10th second, that will start to fade out, and a new one will be fading in at the same time.
Yeah, I wanted to make it. Yes, exactly. I wanted to make it so we could hear if it was working or not, without having to wait till the song was over. So I created a bunch of 15-second songs here in Test Battle, and I created a second genre, Test Suspense, that has similarly a bunch of 15-second songs in there. Okay? I know probably everybody out there saying, except for this one. Well, that just blows everything, Mark.
Well, Jesse, you put that in there deliberately to test us, I'm assuming. Just to make sure we were paying attention.
Exactly. You got to pay attention on this show. I want a Mr. Announcer bot guide that says "Pay attention" like that.
Hey, you in the chat room, pay attention.
Or it could be really more directed to me. So I was going to make these cool buttons, visual buttons for these, but we don't have those because my image editor somehow is like locked up. Anyway, no big deal. We're going to use these.
That's what that image was at the start, right?
Yeah, that was the image at the start I was trying to work with there. I was trying to create 3 different volume levels for these 3 over here. We tested the volume out. Were you there for that, Rory?
No, I don't think anything was actually playing when I had to leave.
Volume was working. So we've got loud, normal, and low. And we're just sending over change theme volume 8 there. So it's the level 8. This is a scale from 1 to 10. Change theme volume 5 and change theme volume 3. Right? So those are changing those volumes there. And this we're calling change theme and just passing in. Did you see these buttons created yesterday, Rory?
I did.
Okay. So now I want to say change theme to test battle and test suspense is what I want. So I'm going to call this test battle. Copy that to the clipboard. And make this one test suspense. And let's come in here and do similarly. Call it test suspense, test battle. Apologize for the UI. Should be better, but it's not. It will be. And now, with that in play, did I make the change over? Let's go take a look. I want to see if I made the change to actually load these up. It looks like I did. Cool. So I did those 2 lines of code since yesterday. That's what I did. Brian Lagunas is here. Dan Siegel's rating with Party 7. Welcome, Dan. And everybody who's watching, Dan. Death Knight is with us. Death Knight is with us. Death Knight's like, where's Sprinkles? If you don't know what he's talking about, Sprinkles is the battle unicorn that shows up with us on the Dungeons and Dragons show. Sprinkles shows up every once in a while. I'm floating. Sprinkles the battle unicorn. What'd you say?
You are indeed floating. It's a neat trick.
Kids, if you live somewhere in the States, you might want to go follow that Twitch show out there, and you like Dungeons and Dragons. That is live comedy Dungeons and Dragons with over-the-top special effects built right here on this show, and it happens every Thursday and Sunday. Karen, my wife, is adding a second show, a ladies-only show, and they've been practicing, and it's looking good. So we're actually going to be coming up, hitting you 4 times a week. And 2 lady shows and 2 of the other, mixed gender shows. The guys are going to be soon like, where's the guy show? I don't know when that'll happen. Nobody, I think, has got any real interest in doing that yet at this point. We're like, little, packed with work. It's not limited to people in the States. That's true. It's not. But if you're in Rory's time zone, you got to wake up at like 1 a.m. or 3 a.m.
Oh, I think it's late. I think it's about 3 a.m. when I last checked.
You got to wake up at 3 a.m. Surly, I think, is in your time zone, and he's been there the last couple of shows. This guy's waking up at 3 a.m.
There's his commitment right there.
He is. So, 2 a.m. is what it is.
That's since our time change. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a little bit in insanity, yeah. And Death Knight's asking, is Fred there? Is Fred there? Fred is on, yes, Fred shows up on the Dragon Humber show. Fred is definitely there. He is. Surly, I even woke up without an alarm clock the other night. All right. He's so surly he can't sleep. Okay, then worth a watch. Yeah, it's. I think it is. It's like, irreverent comedy. We sometimes say bad words. It's not for young kids. But yeah, it's really fun. There's I got to create a clip, a highlight from last week's show, and I'll maybe. I don't know if I should do it or not. Yeah, we said some bad words. I can't really refer to it from this show because this show is a family-friendly show. But it's. But anyway, yeah, it's fun. Okay, so we've got this here. That means, I think, if I say music off now, and I go to if I go to the Stream Deck, and let's go over to the music, the sound piece, and I hit test battle. Okay, I got a breakpoint. And now I think we're here playing in 2 different places because it's playing on the live stream now. I'm going to run it. And now the second one started up. And the second one is playing from, let me find the, where are you? There you are. Let's mute this site right here. Okay. All right, so now we're hearing it only from the live stream.
Okay.
It seemed like that was kind of not a transition between one and the other. Yeah, so we're not hearing the fade, is what it sounds to me.
Kind of tricky to pick out, isn't it?
We'll listen to the end.
Okay.
You might be right, Rory. There might be a fade. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I think we need to look at the code. Is what we need to do. And we need to. I'm going to disable the back overlay on the stream, so we don't hear it on the stream anymore. We're going to say refresh the cache on that, but I want to now go. Live coding. Hold on, kids. Let's get featured chat and bring that up. Where's my featured chat? There it is right there. Yeah, live coding out there says, hey, chat, what would your, if you were bitten by a scorpion and developed superpowers, what would they be? I think I'd be able to hide in a boot. Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I think that is? I think that's live coding saying, you know what, Mark, if you could only interact with your audience, you would be an awesome live streamer. And let me show you how to do it. Chat. Yeah. Talk to the chat, says live coding. That's the subtle message there. I could be wrong. In fact, my superpowers, maybe I'm now picking up subtle messages I wasn't able to before with the autism. Okay, so we gotta figure this out. I would like to turn into something useless, like the guy from Wonder Twins, says Death Knight. For some reason, I was reading ahead in my peripheral vision, and I thought he said, I want to turn to something useless, like the guy from the gym, is what I thought he was going to say. And I was like, the guy from the gym? What? This is more information than I know about, the guy from the gym. You know, the guy from the gym. That guy's useless. Okay. I think my other superpower is I think my jokes are landing. Yeah, that's what's happening. I'd like the superpower to get up to speed with Mark's code and understand it. Oh, man, come on. I'd have 68 legs to scuttle. He is, but I didn't want to be too negative on Jim. That's so funny. All right, fair enough. Okay, so now I want to be able to step through this, and I want to be able to test it over here. So I'm going to unmute this. And do we have music playing here? Hold on. We do. Okay, let's go in. Let's start with some console log messages so we can kind of understand what's going on here. Clear the console. I'm not saying your code is obtuse. I'm saying it is above my level at the moment. Wow, Surly. That's like crazy. I feel like I'm, well, thank you very much for that, I guess I'll say. But, I think part of it too is that if you're, I don't know, do you feel that's the case when we're actually writing the code here, Surly? I feel like we're kind of getting it when we're here. What's happening is kind of like you're figuring stuff out as we're going through, Rory. You're often the one telling me what to do, right?
I'm finding it okay to follow. I think that the interesting part is when you come back to something we've not done in a while.
Yeah.
And of course, it's like any other piece of anybody's code. It's like, if we did it yesterday, it's legacy.
Right.
That's it, right?
Have there been times where you've been like, wait, why is that working? When I was like, this should work, and you were like, wait.
Generally.
But not on this show. On this show, that really doesn't happen very much, right? Or does it?
No. I think we're okay here. We do have the occasional, why and how and all the rest of it, but that's just code for you,
Yeah. Oh, whoa, dude. What's all that sparkle coming out of your butt, dude? What is that? You gotta see a doctor about that. That could cause a problem if you just like, whoa. Bald Bearded Builder is with us. Bald Bearded Builder has one of the best icons, by the way, for his face. I really, really like it. I really like it. You should go check out his show and see what that looks like there. Let's jump back over into players. I just realized I'm good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to make some changes here, and we're going to, start console logging this thing out here. So I'm going to type in, one of the things I can do is I can copy this clipboard. Now you've got a CodeRush template called CL for console log and another one called OO for object something. I don't know what it is, but it just does the object in 2 different places like that. And whatever, and then I can just paste what's on the clipboard there and I'm done like that. So new genre can come out there. That means we're in change genre.
That's a pretty nice template. That just allows you, as you say, to log almost anything. You can just paste down, but you don't have to go through all the ceremony of the brackets and the dot and the pluses and all that kind of stuff. Just a nice quick way to get that out there.
Yeah. Okay, look who's here. I don't understand why people are whistling while a man is drowning in pudding. A man recently bitten by a scorpion. Kids, if you weren't watching earlier, I was bitten by a scorpion about 8 hours ago, and I'm tingling all over my body. My tongue feels a little swollen. I've got the goose flesh, a little bit of the sweats. I went into cardiac.
Perhaps the theory is that you need a little bit of pudding to help you.
That may be it. I went into full cardiac arrest about 5 minutes ago. I'm back. I'm good now. I gave myself this, and I'm back up. Rory was like, he was talking me through it. He was like, okay, go. And then he said, clear. And I grabbed a USB port, bit through it, and stabbed it into my heart. Yeah, all of those things have happened. If you missed that, I'm sorry. It's an amazing show. It happens all the time here. Yeah, Pudding's like, please don't die. Wait, is scorpion code word for sex positive? It is not. That has been the second time.
That is the second time that's come up. I wonder if there's a reason for this
somebody's thinking, what's going on? Well, they've seen her come behind me and just be like a zombie, into the neck. So they're like, yeah, I think I know what's going on, is what they're saying. I think I know the sex positive. I got a sense of what she's doing. By the way, I love Pudding's icons across there. The Puddings. Yeah. Another superpower you may develop, glow in the dark UV flashlight. Yeah, I suppose that could happen. We don't want to, for that to, whoa, does it look like I'm getting brighter to anybody? What the heck? Oh, my flashlight turned off. Okay, there we go. Whoa, I think I got that glow in the dark. Oops, don't look at that. Let me push that down. Okay. There's my power. All right. You want to write some code or want to keep doing this? I want to look at play random song. Play random song is just going to take the active song and do it and start it. Okay? Within the player. Play next song comes in with the next music player. So I want to do a console log here. I'm going to copy that copy just play next song to the clipboard. Type in CL here. Whoops, there it is. And paste it in right there. Also possible you may be immune to cobra venom. Only one way to know. Only one way to find out, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you missed the story, one of the side effects that happened about 45 minutes in, I was like, this is cool. I was like, I feel so relaxed. 45 minutes into the venom as it was going through my body, I'm like, I'm going to go to sleep. And I was like, Karen, I was reading about, breathing cardiac problems. I'm going to go to sleep. Check on me in 45, another 45, please. Make sure I'm not dying. She's like, oh, so rolls over, goes to sleep. And I'm like, okay, good. Yeah, but I felt great. Okay, so we got play next song in there. That's going to go into next music player. When we play a song, by the way, let's go back into play random song a second. Show you what's happening in here. Active song, add event listener, loaded metadata. When that comes in, we now have the duration of the song.
Yep.
Okay, let's console log that baby. CLOO, like that. Paste that in. Stick the duration out there. We set the expiration date equal to the time start plus duration seconds. Active timeout. Then we call play next song is what we call. Can't drill into that, but I bet I can go find it with CodeRush. There it is. And now we go to the next music player. Now here's the thing. When the main one, the current one expires, we want to grab what's in the next music player and switch it over to this music player. If we look at these, I've got two of these music players here. By the way, how distracting, Rory, is the sound of the whatever somebody is sawing through something nearby? Are you hearing that sound? Is that bad?
I can't hear that.
Okay,
no,
good.
But I can imagine that. I can imagine it's fairly distracting for you.
Yeah, it is some distracting. It's my super senses are kicking in here.
Yeah.
So it says, as long as the scorpion bite doesn't turn marked blue, just like this long lost cousin Megamind. Yeah, dude, that's unlikely to happen. Unlikely to happen during this show. All right. So everything looks good to you, Rory, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to get...
That's totally normal.
Bitten by a scorpion, kids. Bitten by a scorpion. Yeah, Surly Dev's like, what? So this happened once for a second on another show, and Surly Dev went and clipped it, got it right there. He got put it out there on the pasteboard. And yeah, look at this head. Why so blue? And now he's probably freaking out because he's like, wait, I worked so hard to get that, and you could have just given it to me with a filter. And the answer is yes. I've got a filter there that turns me to a shade of blue, because that's one of the things that happens in the Dungeons and Dragons game if I make a particular roll on the wild magic check. Megamind Mark. Yep. His beard turns normal. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay.
So you're talking about when one expires, we have to sort of shuffle the next music player into place.
Yeah, and we're not doing that. We're currently not doing that. Now, we also, I think, there's something else I think we're not doing. I think there's like an update in here. Let me go find update. Is there an update? There we go. There's an update, and no one's calling it. I just did tab to next reference. And here's where we need to kind of do this. We need to, so let's see what's going on here. So this is where we're changing the volume as we're fading in and fading out. Set volume for active song. Okay, this is going to work. The get fade multiplier is an instance. It's an instance method that comes in and checks to see how many milliseconds it's been alive. Checks to see if it doesn't have an expiration date, in which case it returns back a 1. So the fade is the volume fade multiplier. Let's change this. Let's rename this the volume multiplier. Like that. Get the volume multiplier. So this should fade out no matter what. And I think the first test we want to do is just play a single song, let it stop when I hit a button, is what I think I want to do. See if we can figure out how to do that with this, sound going right in my ear. This man. All right. Well, I guess I want to come back and do something. Hold on. Let's go look at update. Let's do this. Let's create a static method called, static method is going to be an F for function in here. And we're going to say an uppercase F gives me the word static at the beginning, just like it does in C#. This is code rush installed. And I want to call this update players. Like this. And then from here, I want to say music player. I want to grab my static pieces right here, my this music player, and call update. And I want to pass in the now to it. And the now I got to put right up here. So I'm going to type in V for variable and N for number. And then Coder's going to do that for me. And then I also want to do this for the next music player, I think. But actually, you know what I want to say is, I want to call, I don't know if I want to do this in a separate method or not. I think I want to do this. Because these might be null.
True.
Okay, so update players is here. Now I've got to call update players. The best place to call update players is from Dragon Back Day Games, got an update method inside of it, I think. Something like that, update. I'm looking on another screen here. There it is, Dragon Back Game update right there. So now I want to say music players dot update players and pass in the timestamp. Karen Manchicati just walked in. How you doing, baby?
Sorry, I'm good. I'm trying to. I'm great. I'm excellent in every way.
I don't think she's talking to me. Are you talking to me?
Hello?
Yeah, she was for a second. Then she started talking to somebody else.
I know. I'm not sure what just happened. My phone.
You realize I'm doing a professional show right
sorry.
here.
Do you want me
You could go somewhere else. By the way, Karen, there's a lot of speculation that it wasn't a scorpion that bit me in the middle of the night.
What?
You know what they think it is? They think it was you. Yeah, she's, oh, you can't give that symbol on this show. She gave me a hand symbol. So the timestamp's coming in here, and I'm saying now is equal to timestamp divided by 1,000. That must be, timestamp must be in milliseconds. And if I'm doing now here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I seem to remember wherever we have now actually being milliseconds already, we suffix with an ms. So if it hasn't got that suffix, then it may not already be in that state, and therefore the divide by 1,000 is correct.
Yeah, let me do this. Let me call in, I almost want to call it an update screen instead. I don't know. Well, let's see. All right, let's do this. We'll go ahead and do it here for now. We might change it. The reason why is we don't need to update it so frequently. We only need to update it like once, you know, it needs a resolution of maybe, 5 times a second at most. So that's its frame rate. Yeah. Live coding is, sort of says, Karen, professional show. Yeah. Live coding says, I will say randomly that if you've always wanted a scorpion tattoo, who's to say it didn't spontaneously appear after you were bitten by a scorpion? Who's to say? Yeah, there's no marking here. There's like nothing. I can feel it. I can just feel the pain there. I can feel that burning, but no marking there.
No evidence of any kind.
Yeah, no evidence of any kind. What is the meaning of professional? Yeah, you're right. Well, we are scrambled. We shout out the word a lot on this show.
Yeah.
We're shouting the word out. This is a professional show. Okay, so we're going to call update players now. We're calling update. Now, I think what I want to do is we need to know when the song is over. We basically need something that says this, like look, if music player dot song is over, like that, then we want to do some stuff there. And it's going to look like, let's call update first. Yeah, in the background, our music does seem to be, at least it's switching from song to song to song. So we do, that is happening. So if the song is over, then I want to say this music player is equal to music player dot next music player, like that. And I want to say next music player is equal to null.
Okay.
Like that.
Now, we're going to assume that the previous this music player will be disposed of essentially by JavaScript and just sort of disappeared. But interestingly, aren't we going to recreate another next music player? Couldn't we just tell, as it were, music player 1 to stop, since it's now out of use, and then switch it into the position of next music player to get it ready for, as it were, the third song?
Are you, maybe I think,
between the two?
I'm not quite understanding what you're saying, but I think what you might be saying is, look, hey, don't we already know before the song is over that we need to create the second one? And I think that's it. It's at that 5-second point. So let's go back in here again. Update. Okay, somewhere. Okay, I'm just now starting. Let's go in here and let's mute this a second. Mute this site there. Let's go back, turn the regular CodeRush show music on for a while we write this code.
Genesis 7, where are you? We need your help.
Looks like I muted myself during that improv right there. Bless the scorpion. Yeah, that was the scorpion that bit me last night. Professional equals paid for. Subs equals payment. Oh, yeah, we should probably do something along those lines. Also, we need more accurate mark lol emote. All right. I guess we could give you that pudding. Like that. I'll work on that maybe. Let's jump back over here. Let's sprinkles. Sprinkles. Okay. So here's the thing. The get volume multiplier, what this does is this comes in here and checks our fade in time with our get life basically is fading out. It's doing two different checks here is what's happening here. And so if we're on the fade in, it returns this fraction of how far we are in the fade in. And if we're fading out, we do that fraction right there. And I think, I'm feeling like in the update, maybe not in the update, but maybe right afterwards, it's the code is looking like this. If is fading out, what's it need? Life remaining? Dang it. Dang, dang, dang. Because I need, well, I could do this. Okay, there. Pass that into it. Is fading out. Get life remaining now. Sorry, not this. Let's, okay. I'm just thinking about simplifying all this code I'm looking at here.
Sure.
I think I'm just going to declare a new local variable is what I'm going to do here. Can I do this in here? Can I right click this? I want to choose add type to templates, but I'm not seeing it in here. Let's bring it in here. Let's go into CodeRush. We'll add it manually here. Go into code templates. And I'm going to go right above the template page to the template name variable page and go to language. Yeah, I guess I'll stay in TypeScript because it's really only in this space right here. And the new list, well, I don't know, we'll call it my var, my types, my symbols, like this. And so we're going to say the variable name is going to be, I think it's type is what it is. I need to double check that. Let's go to neutral. Yeah, the variable name is going to be, hold on. Yeah, just type. That's the variable name. Okay, cool. Come back over here into TypeScript. There it is, type, and the context, I don't care, holds .NET types. Is that true? Not really .NET types, no. So the name is going to be MP, and the value is going to be music player. Do I have it on the clipboard? I kind of do. Okay. And I'm going to click apply and click OK actually. And so now if I come in here and I say VMP, oh, why not? Is it because it's in? Okay. I think there's a potential issue here. Let me report it to the CodeRush team. All right, kids, I just created if you roll back about 30, 40 seconds, you'll see what I did. I created a template name variable in the TypeScript language. The variable name is type. I've given it no context at all. I did not check this box because it's not really a .NET type. It's MP for music player. If I click apply on that or OK, come back over here and I type in VMP, nothing happens. I suspect I know why. I think it's because it's not considering the current language TypeScript, it's considering it JavaScript. Let's try to do the same thing over here. Oh, look at this. I've got a my types here. Yeah, I bet this is going to work here. MP here, and then music player. here, click OK. And now if I type in VMP, it works. Okay, so the problem is that when I went into code templates, and then I clicked on the template name variables page, it said, hey, language is TypeScript. The problem is it told me the language I should be working with is TypeScript when the template engine is considering it JavaScript instead. That's the bug. So fix that so that if I'm in a TypeScript file and I come in here, the language is not TypeScript, it's JavaScript. That's what I think it should be showing me. Do you guys agree? I think you agree. All right, let's go in and finish reporting that. TypeScript page defaults, default in options page. TypeScript language default in options page. There we go. All right.
So just as a follow-up to that then, question, if it is supposedly the correct thing to do, so you start off in some TypeScript and you say, okay, I want to go and make some template, I forget what they're called now, things you were making.
The template name variables.
That's the one. So you want to make one of those, and you're saying that it should default you to the JavaScript language rather than the TypeScript language. So under what circumstances should you be writing TypeScript language things?
I think under none, or alternatively, they should both work. The TypeScript one should work if I put it there and I'm inside, a JavaScript file.
I'm inclined to think that's true because I can imagine that you might want to write a set of template and similar that are TypeScript specific, but equally, apparently all JavaScript is legitimate TypeScript as well. So, when you're actually in a TypeScript file, you should be able to expand, I think, both JavaScript templates and TypeScript templates.
Yes.
But I don't know how easy that is to achieve.
I should. Well, it shouldn't be too hard. Also, I should be able to right click and see something that says like add type to templates. But I'm not seeing that. But now I've got the music player in here, so it's easy to create things. So now I can come in and type in LMP for let, and I can say, to call it like this player, like that. Set it equal to music player dot this music player. And now I can simplify this code a little bit.
Yeah, a lot less qualifiers.
Although I feel like I should refactor this right here. And no. That's not what I wanted. Oh, because it's a static method, I can't do a extract a constant. Yeah, I can't do it. That's interesting. They won't give me extract method here. But I kind of wanted to create a I'm going to copy this clipboard. I'm going to change this to I think I got to do some renaming here or something is what I think I've got to do. Because I want to have a second method called is fading out. So I want to say is in fade out, like that. And then I want to come in here and create a new function that returns a Boolean, so FB, like that. And we're going to call this fading out, like that. Pass in a now. So that'll come in there. We're going to return a Boolean. And then I think we just simply say return, and we're going to say this instead of this player. Like that. Okay? Oh, but it's not, instead of is fading out, it is in fade out. Right there. Like that. And so now I can say, hey, if this player dot fading out. So I'm just trying to simplify this code here. So we're going to update it. And now if we're fading out, then what we want to do is we want to do that other magic where we said, look, the we want to create a new song. And we want to say I think what we want to do is understand the state of the song. Let's do this. Let's create a new enum. So enum song state, and it's going to be fading in, playing normal, and fading out.
And this is quite nice because it lets us set these facts, or set the state to one of these facts, rather than trying to determine it, to calculate it in any given moment. You know, because it's fading out if it's within the last 5 seconds of the song. Well, so are we within the last 5 seconds? No. As you approach the last 5 seconds, let's set it to fading out.
Yeah.
And then we can just ask that question nice and simply whenever we need to.
100% agree with that. And so now, what I want to do is I want to do this. Let's come in here. Do I have an add block delimiters? Looks like I don't. So let's come down here. We're going to say state is equal to, or this dot state is equal to song state. Come on, song state dot fading in. Okay, format that. If it doesn't have an expiration date, let's.
If it doesn't have an expiration date, then it can't ever fade out, can it?
Yeah. So I'm just going to say it's playing normal. That's what I'm going to do there. If we're fading out, then we're going to say we're fading out. This was much better. And then down here, we're going to say, hey, playing normal again. Like that. Although this, because of this and this are so similar,
Scroll
I think.
Down just a little bit more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sure. No. Thanks. Because this. Wait, what happened? I just deleted it. Okay, there it is, right there. Okay, so because that and this are so similar, I can kind of refactor this and change this to, hey, if it's got an expiration date, then execute this block right here. Like that.
Yep.
And we can do that. And so now we have 3 states. So the state is only specified in three places in this code, which makes, I think, that code easier to read. Okay. All right. So there's get my consolidated duplication with similar function in animated element. We're now at a point where we are no longer that. I'm going to take away that to do because we've got different stuff happening here. We're setting that song state here. Okay. So now we know what the song state is. So now
that allows us to determine any number of sensible options on the basis of that.
Yes, I agree. So if this player, we're going to update it. So now what I want to do is I want to say if this player, so now do I really need this anymore? It's only called from there. I do not. So cool. So now I'm going to say this if player.state is equal to song state dot fading. I got to think about what we want to do here. Okay, we're updating the players. If we're fading in the song on this one, no big deal.
No, it's if this one's fading out.
Well, yeah, but I'm actually in the playing normal idea is what I'm thinking. If we're playing normal, then I think I want to set this to null right here. Next music player is set to null.
So you've finished fading in and you have not yet started to fade out.
Yes. That's kind of what I'm saying. We're going to be allowed to suggest our own musics as well. Probably not. But yeah, probably not as a viewer. My sense is, Surly, well, the goal is we want the show to be, a big show, successful, a lot of people watching it. And if that happens, then that's tough to be able to do. I guess we could do it in a kind of a monetized way. I suppose we might be able to do something like that. But I really want the Dungeon Master to be able to have full control over all the storytelling elements, like sound. So that's kind of what this effort is about right here, so that the Dungeon Master can play those songs and set the mood as it's going.
It's quite useful in this particular case of thinking of these as more themes and sort of background. I don't know. It adds quality to the whole exercise, but at some level, you're almost not aware that there's a wind blowing or that there are waves lapping on the beach. Just other than that, it's sort of contributing to the overall effect.
Yeah. So here's, I guess, my idea. I guess, well, if we're playing normal, then the next player is null. We're just going to null that out. If this state is equal to fading out, and the next music player is equal to null, like that, then we want to create the next music player.
Yeah.
And what is it? Play next song, play random song. Like that. That's going to get my fade in going. Okay? So now I'm fading out in my current one. My next one is fading in. So then what I want to do...
A second, Mark. You've just ensured that next music player is null, and yet you're still calling methods on it.
Oh, you're right. We got to initialize it.
Got to make one.
And we want to keep in the same genre as our current genre. So we're going to say... Actually, you know what? I don't want to pass the genre into this thing anymore, I think. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to instead come down in here, and I'm going to say let genre equal to music player.genre, because I think I have got an active genre in here already. That's a static property of this thing, which means I really don't need this anymore. I think I just need this. Okay. Can we have play fanfare channel point feature? That's pudding.
Oh, I see. So to spend channel points that you have accumulated on the ability to play your own fanfare, perhaps. I've been wondering what channel points are. I've got this number at the bottom of my chat. It says, you've got these channel points. And I'm like, that's nice. And every now and again, it's taught me to push a button that makes the number go higher. But beyond that, it could be anything.
Yeah. Yeah. System says fanfare, like this one? Yeah. And Pudding says, I'm a pudding billionaire. I just do mitosis and poof, another one spawns. I love those pudding icons. Those pudding emotes.
I'll be slightly concerned with the idea of giving Pudding the ability to dump even more pudding on you.
Yeah, I know. Is there an API to channel points yet, Genesco 7? I would assume there are. If you're able to see them, I would think they'd give us an API. I haven't looked into them at all. By the way, the scorpion venom is in my body. Well, or it's in my brain at least. I'm like feeling it all over right now. Mm-hmm. My lips are numb. It's like, I feel like I'm like a little bit sick.
I feel like we need an emergency procedure if you just keel over backwards.
Yeah, I'm feeling like, oh, I just want to like lay down. I'm like, oh, this is what I want to do.
Best thing we can do right now is to let dozens of developers around the globe know that you've fallen over. But we can't contact anyone who's of any use to you.
Yeah, where is he? He's in Costa Rica? Do they even have
this guy? We've nailed it to the country. And
yeah.
Go look for him.
This channel gets a message when you redeem something, doesn't it? Kobe Sunflower? Ask Pudding? There's a pub sub for it. It says Geniscu 7. Yeah, I'm sorry, kids. I'm like, this is me, uninformed. You know why? Disclaimer! Doesn't know Jack! No Jack. I don't know Jack. Or Jill. That's right. Okay, so now I don't need this. Wonder if I have any others in there. Any new music players I need to be updated. Let's do a search for new music player. Play next song. Who's calling that? Nobody's calling. This is for interrupting an existing song. I don't like this at all.
Alpha says you can now blame any bugs in this code on the venom, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, there's probably a fair amount of scorpion-related bugs in the code here, Codebase Alpha. By the way, I love Codebase Alpha's icon. I think it's super fun, really nice. Even Fred didn't like it. Fred didn't like that. Fred, what do you think about what happened to me, man? Yeah, I agree. It's not good. Yeah, even my judgment's not great. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna press the flip off button for Fred. That makes sense right now. I'm like, no. This is a show for family, right there. So, okay.
This is your friendly reminder to not do scorpions, people.
I want to do a to-do here that says, hey, get this right, Mark. Talking to myself, but get this right, Mark, because I think what's really going to happen when we interrupt an existing song is we're going to find out where are we, because we might be in the middle of a transition, right? Yeah. If we're in a transition, then we're going to take the next music player and we're going to create a new music player and go. But otherwise, we need to stop the current one. Is what we need to do. So I think we need to say, look, if it's equal to null, then I think we can do this, but we have to also grab our this in music player and say its expiration date is equal, I'm sorry, hold on. If the next music player exists, then we have to say its expiration date is equal to now. I think now plus music player dot crossfade time. Is that what I called it? Yeah. So its expiration date is that. So we'll start fading out.
Okay. Doesn't that presume that we'll happen to pass through this at the exact split second that happens? So shouldn't it be more like less than or equal to or greater than or one or the other?
Hold on 1 second. I think I'm onto the same problem. Do I have song state? State. Sorry, and the state is not equal to song state dot fading out. So if we're not fading out, then we can set the expiration date on this to now plus the crossfade time. But if we're fading out, I don't care. We're just going to keep going. So next music player, this is play random song, is going to fade it in. And I think the rest of the stuff will all work out, is what I think will happen.
Okay.
That's what I think will happen. Now, we do have a timeout here that happens that calls play next song when this song is over. So see, this is that add event listener to loaded metadata.
Yep.
So we get that's when we can, the duration is something we can actually query. We multiply that by 1,000, that's our seconds. We set up the expiration date for the song is the start of the time plus the duration of seconds. So that's when we are going to expire. And the crossfade time is going to automatically know what's going on. And then we're going to start the next song in this call to play next song. Okay? But, what's going on? How you doing, baby? So nobody can see what you're doing right now. You gotta.
Doing this.
She was coming in like that. She was doing that. She's just biting me like this. The Karen conspiracy theory is going to be all over. They're like
Karen name.
How
The
do I
school.
make your lips numb?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Why am I? If it was Karen, why am I tingly all over my body?
I think you just answered your own question.
Happy dragons.
But if it's Karen, why am I all woozy in the head? Woo! Why am I dizzy if it's Karen?
These are all self-explained questions.
That's true. I did look up on Wikipedia symptoms of getting bit by Karen, and they're completely identical.
Several pages.
Yeah, the toxic
venom on
venom.
Wikipedia about what you do for a manicotti bite.
Do you hear? I'm transposing sounds. I said venom instead of venom.
Yeah.
I said Wikipedia instead of.
Yeah, you're not.
Sounds like another symptom, dude.
I'm like getting dizzy. I'm like totally.
Today I said, oh, my friends have a little girl our son's age, and he's like, how do they have a girl the same age as our son?
Yeah, how can
That
it be?
doesn't make any sense.
How can
Only
it be a
boys-
girl if she's the same age as Campbell? Is what I said. Yeah.
What said that, sir. Of course.
Mark, perhaps you don't tilt your head
Silly.
back and wobble it side to side and smile when Karen drops underneath the cam view. She's not. She says the cam view is raised. This is a family show. I don't even know what you're talking about, Certainly Deb. Okay.
There is the glasses do have a. You can now see Mark Miller's screen. I am giving you secrets right now, state secrets. If you analyze it in the reflection of my glasses.
Yeah. Or look on screen at what we're broadcasting live.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess you're not
Yeah, those glasses have some reflection. They do. Yeah, they're super cool.
that's me.
Yeah, I think I'm taking a nap when the show's over.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm actually like a little more toxic. Maybe, actually, happened
like
just as you
he's
arrived. Yeah, it feels a little bit like that. There's something like
You're acting this morning.
What
You
was
should
it?
have seen him walk. He's like, whoa, and his all of his gangly limbs. He looks like Slenderman.
gangly.
Gangly.
Look at this. Look at that. You can't tell the difference between that and Jason Momoa, right? The guy from Aquaman who just was like the whole time.
Spaghetti.
It's not spaghetti. I'll have you know, I went to the same gym as Bert from Sesame Street. We both work out together.
Your arms do look like they're puppeted.
We have the same coach. It's like, woo! Can you do this if you're not built like I am? No, you can't. Jason Momoa suggests him.
So after I saw Aquaman, Mark Miller was full on honey scent jealous for like 6 months.
I was taken down. Karen's new pet name is Scorpion. Clip by Surly Deb.
I wasn't here for that conversation.
Yeah. Kobe Self says, I use TwitchLib, so I'd wait for that to support channel points. Not sure if Mark uses TwitchLib or not. I use TwitchLib.
Is that like where Twitch comes up with a thing and then it has some words missed and I put in the words like Mad Libs?
Yeah,
Is that what
it's exactly what it is. And don't let anybody tell you you're not an advanced developer, honey.
I don't.
You can write code like crazy.
I can write code like crazy.
There you go.
All
right,
I'm gonna
kids.
go buy some flooring and ceiling fans.
All right, I'm going to try and
Fancy stuff.
make some code work here. I've been writing code for an hour.
Scorpion proof the room with new flooring.
All right, let's see what we got here. See if we can keep going. I need some encouragement, Fred. What you got for me? Fred, you got anything for me? All right, cool. All right. So let's see. So I was looking through the logic here. So play next song, we're not calling it, but the idea is, look, if the next music players know, we got to start something up.
Yep.
If it's not no, then we're already in the process of playing the next song and we haven't switched over yet. We need to, this is the piece that I forgot to add down here. Inside of, we have an instance update.
So what if we're already in the process of changing from song 1 to song 2? And you're saying that if we ask for play next song, we're going to ignore it because we are already about to do so.
I think that's correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. So we're going to do that. I'm doing my microservice solution. Rory, you missed that. You missed what? What did you miss?
I don't know. I've just been looking at that going, I wonder what was said or happened that was missed.
You missed
But I'm honestly clueless in this case.
Okay. Check it out. We're getting I did a renim up here and the syntax highlighting is not updated right here. Look at that. And look at that. It's a little weird. I bet if I make a change, it'll catch up and it'll say, oh, I gotcha. Okay. Scorpion proofing the floor comment. That's what he's referring to. Okay, so if I wanted to go through here, and look through the logic here. So updating the music players. If we've got a current active player, good. Let's go through and see what's going on. Okay. If we're fading it out, and the next music player is null, then we've just started fading it out. We're going to create the next music player and do the random song, which is awesome. Okay, cool. Now, if we've got a next music player, and dot state equals song state dot playing normal, and well, actually, just if the next one is playing normal, at that point we want to do the swap. At this point, Hold on. Whoops. I want to do two different things here. Hold on. I want this here. So for the next music player, then we're going to call update on it. If the state is playing normal, then we're going to say this music player is equal to the next one, and the next one is null.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. Does this feel like we're kind of getting close to the logic we would expect to work?
It does. Yeah, I mean, because you've got 3 states you can be in, and you've got the desire to move to the next state, and we're setting things to null in the right place, we're instancing them in the right place, and we're instructing each of the items in question to do what it should be doing.
What are we talking about in the chat room over here, kids?
Scorpion, anti-Scorpion defense systems.
The chat room is on fire!
All right, cool. Yeah, I think I'm tearing the room apart.
It started because Karen suggested she was off to get some flooring, and we thought, well, maybe we were going to just, prevent the scorpions from getting in that way. Somebody then suggested that we were going to take them out with lasers, and I pointed out that we already have some explosion code. Perhaps we could mortar the scorpions from a distance.
That works. That totally works. Your lymphatic system's on fire. Yeah, there's some there's some systemic symptoms going on in my body right now, and Karen was telling me that a friend of hers got bit by a scorpion here in Costa Rica, and she was dizzy for 3 days. So I'm just like, oh yeah. When I got up this morning, and every step my body just was lit up with just awareness of like, whoa, there's my body. I was, I'm starting to think that. Okay, now I'm starting to feel like we got a shot of this working. And now what I want to do is I just want some console logs over here. I want to say something like swapping music players, like this. I want that one going out.
Yep.
This one is going to be creating, starting next song. Okay. Like that. And yeah, I can. What's up?
How many boxes of flooring?
Oh, I need that now.
You want me to just get 4?
No, let me get you the numbers on that. Hold on. Karen we've got a math problem to solve here. Let's bring up a new instance of Chrome.
Delegate that one out to the kids who, as I understand it, are pretty good at maths.
No, not anymore. They went back to school. They were when I was homeschooling them. Now then they went to school.
Okay.
Let me get my numbers up here. It's a square footage problem. Where is the picture of the boxes? Yeah, my daughter grabs my phone and just starts taking hundreds of pictures. So a picture I took like yesterday is scrolled back hundreds of photos back. I didn't see it. I'm now reviewing again one more time. Where is that? Come on. Well, I don't see it. All right, let me do this instead. I've got notes in here somewhere. All right. Here's what the notes look like. It goes like this. A board. Dimensions are... So we'll do this. Width and height. Like that. And I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to leave these out yet, but it's 1.218. That's meters by 0.18 meters. I like to do this. I like to come in and say format number and more formats, custom number format, and I I don't know. I'm going to grab something like this, but I'm going to change it to an M. Like that. Nope. What do I have to do to get that M in here? Quote M. Like that. So there's my meters right there. And do I do a .00 if I want 2 digits? It looks like I do. Apply. Okay, so now I've got that number format there. So now it's, oh, I want 3 digits in here though. Cool, I just do that. And cool. All right, so now I have these two. I'm going to say my area. That's equal to this times that. And because of, I don't know, OCD or something, I'm not sure what it is, I'm coming in here now to do more formats, custom number format.
Does the format painter help with that at all?
I don't think so. I don't know what that is.
For visuals. There's an icon on your toolbar, it's the 4th from the left, it's a little roller paintbrush. And normally, if you highlight or you position the caret on a cell with, I don't know, color or some other form of bolding and stuff, and you push that, it kind of copies the format. And then whatever you select next gets washed with the same format. But I don't know if it applies to numeric formatting.
I think it does, but I want a different format. I want the squared in there like that.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so now I've got my area right over here. So that's for one board. And I guess I should just say one board, like this, right there.
Yep.
And I've got currently, I've got 30 boards. Or I don't know what to do here exactly on this. For one board, I'm not sure. Well, we'll just say 30 boards. I'll do it for now because it's a simple spreadsheet. 30 boards, and that's equal to this times 30. Should be about 6 square meters. Yeah, 6.5 square meters. Now, area needed is equal to 7.3 meters times 2.8 meters, which is equal to this times that. Okay, so now, oh, the piece I'm missing though, yes, they're 12 per box. So the question is, how many boxes do we need to get? So area to fill maybe is this. We'll call this area to fill. And then we're going to say boards needed is equal to area to fill minus the area I've already got, and that's in parens, divided by the area of a board. Boards needed is 63. And I think there are, so we'll say 64 boards. So that means it's basically equal to 64 divided by 12 is equal to 6 boxes. Okay, that's the answer to the question. Karen? I'll just text it to her. 6 boxes. Cool. There's some math for you kids.
Yeah.
And I totally want an announcer thing that says, that was math!
Cool story, bro.
Or we could do that one instead. That works. All right. Okay, so where was I when she walked in with, and by the way, you notice she said quick question. That whole thing started. Can I have your
In fairness,
wallet?
the question was quick. The answer was slightly longer.
Yeah, that's right. But I hate it when people say, you know, quick question. Cure to cancer? You know,
Yeah.
or, you know, something like that. So, yeah, okay. We got starting the next song is here. And this one is, I think I want to do something like this. Well, I don't, because this is, we're going to hit a lot of times per second. This is going to come in. Wait, we'll do this. Like that. Then we're going to say, much better. Killing the next music player. This may never get hit because we kind of kill it here.
Interesting. Yeah.
Is this ever hit? Is this LOC ever hit? Line of code ever hit? I don't know. I feel like I want to refresh and see how that works how that looks in the refresh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Oh, if you're looking for stuff on the back overlay, it wasn't showing up because I disabled it on this page. I hit it because it's got music and stuff. To test the music, we want to come into the CodeRush music and turn it off. I don't think I need to initialize the overlay on this. Now it's going to background load some other things right here. You're going to see background loading messages come in, so that'll be a little bit of pollution to the messages we see. But I'm going to hit the button now for test battle, and we'll see what happens. Active song duration, 15 seconds. That's a good sign.
Thanks.
I don't hear it though. Did we just never play it? Starting next song. Oh, I know why. We're muted. Whoops, I hit the wrong, whatever the wrong thing I hit. Unpin, is that what I don't know what the, oh, I thought I pinned it, I think. Okay, unmute the site. Geez, I did it again. Look at that's the scorpion thing. I come in here and just before I click, I moved it up. All right, so here we go. See what we got.
So we have music.
Here. Let's clear the console and see what we got.
We've gone through a couple of iterations of this now.
Yeah, starting next song. I think there's a fade. Swapping music players. Still playing. I think it's working, Rory.
It's a different track, and it faded in.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear the fade in and fade out.
I like that.
I think we
That's
got
effective.
it. Holy
Yeah.
cow, Rory. This happens sometimes on this show. First time we write it, it works. Well, this is, in fairness, second time yesterday, but yesterday didn't count because, you know, we were barely had enough time to get it all out. Yeah, I think it's working.
Nice.
Let me hit the volume loud a second so we can really... And then... Yeah, it's working.
Sweet. That's really effective too. It's not just this idea which sounds like it might be an okay one. It actually does have a good effect.
Take a look. That's it. That's the name of the show. That's the name of the show, Pudding, right here. I don't know what's going on. All right, now let's see if we can change. We're in test battle now. Let's change to test suspense. So I'm going to hit the next button and see what happens. I think we're in another set of songs. Yeah, that's suspenseful. And is it going to transfer over? Oh yeah. Dude, I think we got it.
Score.
There may be some edge case bugs in here, which would serve me right for being so happy about at this moment in time.
Well, they're just hiding at the moment, waiting for you to lie down, and then they're going to bite you. They're taking lessons from a certain scorpion.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday didn't count because you didn't have the scorpion boost. That's right. I got scorpion blood, kids. Yeah, that's when you realize you can start making monies as a dev. Surly says, you want me to stress test it for you? Yeah, of course, Surly. That's all I want. That's why you're on the show, buddy. I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to travel and towns. So now we're going to get songs that are longer. And we'll just use that for the rest as we kind of clean up the code here, I think. Let me get the volume down. That low volume, though, doesn't sound as low as I want it to, I think. Let's look at this here. I have it at 3. Let me drop it down to a 2. Hit the button again. Let me change it to a 1. It's like it's not working. It feels like it's not working. Yeah. That's not working. Let's see what we've got here.
But it worked to push it up, though.
Yeah, you're right. It did. Hold on. There's the loud. Loud. Low. So the low volume it's weird. It seems like it's working, but it doesn't seem very... It seems like it's... How's that sound out there, that low volume? It sounds like it was pretty loud to me in my ears here.
loud in mine.
Can you switch over to the stream, Rory, and check it out and see? Mute Skype when you do it, so you're checking in that space. What is going on with that volume?
Stream is very low for some reason.
I'm going to set a breakpoint here. It's a low volume. The music is low on the stream?
I think everything for me is low on the stream, which is kind of weird. I may have some strange settings for my browser over here.
All right, I'm going to set a breakpoint in here. And I'm going to change the volume to low. And what is coming in? Yeah, the volume is absolutely a 1. Which means actual volume is going to be a 0.25. This dot active song, set volume for active song, is coming from play random song, called from update. If, okay, there. Wait, new fade multiplier. But, hold on, where else is it called? Restore player volume, set volume for instance, suppress volume, act on new volume, set volume to, act on new volume should call it there and there. That's what we should see. We should see calls there and there when I change the volume. Let's do that again. Hit volume normal, hit volume low, hit volume, whoa, that's not, oh wait, here we go. We're at this breakpoint, sorry. Let's run it. All right, here we are, yeah. Set volume for instance. Music player coming in. Set volume for active song. There it is right there. It grabs the active song. What is going on? It looks like it's working. It's just not, I'm not hearing it in my ears like I was hearing it last night. Or yesterday, I mean, when we did the show, ended the show. There's another problem that seems to be happening too. We got two songs playing at once now, I think.
That is, yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, I have an idea on that. I think I know why. Let's refresh. Not there. Let's refresh a second. I think I know why. Because we have the so in play random song, I think we have this code, the play next song. So it sets this active timeout right here, which is going to come in and play the next song no matter what.
Oh, right.
And what we need to do is we need to cancel future songs is what we need to do.
Yeah.
In fact, you could almost argue that we don't need this anymore. Because in the old boombox, this was just going to create a new boombox is what this was going to do. Something like that.
Yeah.
The code was going to do that. But I don't think we need this anymore because we are watching the expiration date and setting it. I'm almost thinking we don't need that. Let's try getting rid of that. Refresh. Oh, which we've done. Let's go do the test battle again and see if it still works. Here's test battle. I'm hearing nothing.
Nope.
Try one more time. Hit the test battle. There it is. New genre, test battle. Why aren't we hearing it? I think it's because it was loading stuff up.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I was expecting a crossfade there. It's like the crossfade's not working.
Yeah.
No, I heard it that time. Yeah, I don't think we need that timeout. Let me switch to test suspense. Go 2 songs.
Is this line of code ever hit? It is.
Oh, you're right. And I just hit volume low, and that time it totally took it down.
That is very much lower, yeah.
Like I can't even hear it. That's how low it is. Let's change that to back to a 3. Why is that? Hit it again. There we go. That's what I was expecting to see. I don't understand what's going on with that volume. There's normal. There's loud. Normal. Low. Interesting. So my thoughts were, my concern was, what happens if we change the volume while we're in a crossfade? Act on new volume. Set volume, for instance. I want to make sure that it was still player set volume for active song. Yeah, it's still getting its fade multiplier and setting it. So that should still be okay. And grabbing that volume. So I think that's good.
Okay.
All right. Switching over to Bittersweet. So these are the full-length songs now.
I assume your console will reflect a much longer duration.
Let's see. Is it showing the duration? Yeah, there it is right there. Volume was a little low. I dropped it up to normal. Okay. I think there's a shot that this is working right.
It's good.
Yeah. And I think that problem we had with the second song was playing, I think it was because of that, that older code where we were saying, hey, or is it play random song? All right, let's clean this up a little bit. I'm going to comment this out in case we ever want to bring that back. Yeah, the timeout we don't need anymore. The play next song, is anybody calling that? No one is calling this, which means I don't have to get it right anymore. Because let's just
no longer needs to be maintained.
Yeah, let's test it. We're going to switch to suspense or battle. Nice, right? That's a nice crossfade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally works right in the middle of the song. Let's go to suspense. Beautiful.
Nice. That's
all right.
going to have exactly the effect you're after.
That is exactly what I want. Yeah, okay, check it out. That's really awesome. I love it, love it, love it. I feel like we're on the A-team, Rory. Love it when a plan comes together. That's awesome. Let's go check out, see the console logs. And I'm going to do one last thing here that's going to just be awesomely mind-blowing here. All right, so we saved that. Now let's go. Let's do a refresh on the main stream on this. So I'm going to mute this right here. I'm going to go to the main stream. I'm going to re-enable the drag and back overlay, and I'm going to refresh it.
Okay.
Okay. Then we're going to take our control window. I'm going to choose initialize player data. Is that still connected to signal R? Is that text going to go away? It does. So now we've got the back overlay, or that's the front overlay, I think that was, yeah, both were refreshed there. Okay. Let's go do this. When we enter combat, we're going to do, I guess, 2 things. One is let's start the music. Let's make it travel and town. So let's make it bittersweet, because that's an easy one to tell the difference from that in combat. Okay? So are we going to hear it? Yeah. I'm hearing something. Let's set volume level to normal. Okay? Okay. Now, when we enter combat, I want to switch to battle music automatically. And when we exit combat, I want to switch back to travel and town music. That's what I want to do, I think. So let's do that right now. Let's go to, this is going to be so cool, right? The dice come out for adding initiative and immediately we're in the battle music and nobody's done anything. So we need this, what is it, combat? There's got to be a button in here somewhere that has the word combat in it. Button enter, exit combat. So if we're going into combat, right here is where we want to set it. So I'm going to click on the enter combat button, get my breakpoint. And now, what is it? I want to create a new, what is it called? A sound command. Like this.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
There's a perf issue. Wow. Perf issue. Let me hit the coders thing there. I don't know if this was us or not, but holy cow, I just hit the, I typed in new sound command here in my D&D app. I think this is the first change I've made. So I started up the app, let it sit for a while. I think I made one quick change at the very beginning, and then it's been sitting here for about an hour or 2 hours. And I typed in new sound command, what you're seeing there, and I hit the code rush key. And I wanted declare local to show up immediately, and it took like about, I'd say about 14 seconds to show up. So take a look at that. Let me go document the perf issue. Go back in time. Let's send you the logs. Performance issue, code rush, or the action menu. Okay, cool. So we're going to create a new sound command.
Yep.
Sound command dot stir data is equal to battle. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm good with this. Stir data is equal to battle. And then we're going to say sound command dot, what is it, type is equal to change theme. Like that. And then I've got, I think, a method called execute sound command. Is it execute command? No. Let's see where else I'm using this. It's just execute. Okay. Like that. So that's going to switch us in. And I think what we want to do is extract this into its own function. Change theme music. Like that. Then we're going to use code rush to promote this string right here, battle, into its own parameter. So just put the caret there, hit the code rush key.
See, that's what I really like about code rush. There's always more than one way to do something. Mark there took the 4 lines of code, extracted them to a method, and then pulled the theme itself back out as a parameter. But what you could have done in theory was to introduce local on the original battle, pull it out, and then do an extract method on the remaining code, which would have code rush detect the fact that there was missing information that would need to be forwarded into the parameter. So
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter which way your mind thinks about it. Code rush has got you covered.
Yeah. Coders got you covered. Let me just see what I'm sending here. It's just called travel is the name of it, that theme. Okay, like that. So now let's run it. And so when I hit run, we should hear the music fade to the battle music as the dice come out. Yeah, but it sounds lower volume than normal. I'm going to hit volume loud. It could be that this song starts out at a lower volume.
Possibly, yeah.
That's a possibility. Cool. Fred, what do you think, buddy? We did it, man. Not bad. We did it, Fred. All right, let's clear the breakpoint. Let's exit combat, and we should hear the song fade. Yeah, there's the fade. And so this is...
more success!
Yeah, it's not bad. That is kind of the general theme of things as we're moving around. Now the Dungeon Master can come in and say, oh, I want it to be suspenseful now. The 1 isn't fading down though. Why not? Try again, hitting suspense again. Oh, I'm not happy. Also, volume low isn't working. Okay, I think I know what's going on.
It was working and then suddenly it's not.
Yeah, but I think I know why it's not. When this song is over, I think things will chill out a bit. But let me go on the live stream here. Sorry about that, kids. Let's refresh it. I think I know what's happening. The song is still playing, but we're not killing it in these early transitions. Okay?
Okay.
So that's what I think is going on. Let's go see if we can find that bug and fix that. It's this cancel future songs. What's going on here? Cancel future songs only looks at the timeout, but we're not setting the timeout anymore. We stopped that in the loaded data thing. So cancel future songs doesn't need anything. Cancel future song is called from there, and there, and there. We do have pause active song here that's being called. This might be one we want to call here. Let me drop a marker here. Actually, let's swap locations. I want to see where cancel is used and remove it everywhere it's used. And delete this, which means nobody's using active timeout anymore. Okay. And wanted to get back over here, pause active song. So if we're changing the genre, we also similarly need to if we've got the next player, that means we're trying to transition into it, so we're going to pause that active one. This one, now this called, next player random play random song comes in here. Is pause active song working? Let's go look at that code. Set active song after song to pause. So that should work. Surely Dev's talking about the Coders community on Discord. Go join that if you like. Nick Busey's raiding with Party 5. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, kids. We're working on a music player for a Dungeons & Dragons game. Rory Becker's on the phone with us. Isn't that right, Rory? You with us, buddy? Well, I said he's with us. Did we lose Rory? Let me go switch over to my other machine. And he's typing something in. Didn't sound that excited. Pudding, I'm like, I got scorpion venom coursing through my veins. There you go. I think I heard a bloop. Yeah, no, that was me switching over. Rory's typing something in. It looks like Skype just died on me. But look at the time, a little later than I should have been already. Okay, thanks so much, Rory. Rory. So we're saying goodbye to Rory.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. Fred, where are you? Where am I? Where are both of us? Let's switch back to my main machine. Now get over here. Yeah, that's fun. I like that. We should totally do a fanfare for raids with a get over here kind of thing. Let's do that for sure. Okay. All right, Rory. Thanks so much. You get that reference? Yeah, I totally got that reference. I played that game all the time when I was a kid. So let's see here. Pausing the active song. I'm trying to look for a bug. I'm trying to find a bug where as we switch from one song player to another, the first one is apparently still playing, or there's a song out there that's still playing at regular volume. We're losing that is what's happening. Yeah, that's going to pause it there. This code, I think, looks okay to me. That's certainly good there. Oh, here. Well, if the music player exists, otherwise we're going to create a new one. Yeah, so that's okay too. Although, well, I guess I could keep that there. Yeah, no, I'll put it here like that. So we'll create the new one there. I'm looking for assignments here to this guy and the other guy. Let's just look through those and see to make sure that if I'm assigning to this player, ooh, this may be the spot where I need to worry about it right here. Nick's music player. So that's going to be null before I create one there. So that's okay. Here we go. Hold on. If this player state is playing the song normally, and we've got the next music player, then we want to say this. We want to say dot pause active song. This could be our bug right here. And then set it equal to null. That could be it. Let's see if we have any other versions of it here. That one already checking to see if it's null. So I guess I want to pause the active song before I set the music player to null. That's what I'm kind of looking for there. Now here, the question is what's going on here? All right, here I want to similarly do a, hey, if this music player, and we've got it up at the very top of the screen there, we've got it already assigned here. Just double check this doesn't appear anywhere else. Yeah, okay. If this player, then we're going to say this player dot pause active song. That could be the fix to it too. Okay, let's refresh that live on the stream and see if that works. Right, like this. And let's go. Drag and back overlay, properties, refresh. And there's the refresh. And let's initialize player data. Okay.
Little cutie. Fred.
And now let's, now these things are background loading here, so there's a little bit of delay, I think. But let's go ahead and hit the bittersweet sound effect and see if we hear the song playing. I'm not hearing anything at all. However, we're delay loading stuff, so yeah, it looks like the Venom is rendered marked invisible. Sorry about that, guys. I got to fix that. Why aren't we hearing anything now? Let's come over here, refresh over here, unmute the site. Pause in the debugger? No, we're not. Okay. All right. Okay. Initialize player data. Actually, I don't need to do that. Let's see if we can do it again. Hit bittersweet. Oh, play random song. So we did have a bug. Did it say of undefined? That's what it said, didn't it? Okay. That's on line 96. I think we're going to do this. If not music player, then I'm going to create a new one. That's what I'm going to try instead. Let's do that. Yeah, invisibility is limited. It's like limited to the point that I look up and notice, oh, whoops, had my eyes everywhere else. All right, let's refresh over here. See if that fixed it. Okay, looks like it's loaded. Let's send over Bittersweet. Should have gotten here. I don't know. Let's set a breakpoint here. Change genre. Let's hit Bittersweet again. Okay. Change active genre. So my active genre is Bittersweet. If it's the next player, there's the next song. It's my music volume. All right. Oh, have I got the site muted? No, I don't. Normal volume. Volume is 5. Oh, no, wait, sorry. The volume is, actual volume is 2. Okay, that's okay too. Fade volume multiplier is negative 1.5. That negative number is probably why we're not hearing it. Milliseconds alive is quite a few, 100,000 milliseconds. Okay. Fade-in time is 5,000. It's got an expiration date. Life remaining is a negative number. What's going on with this? Life remaining, expiration date minus now. Okay. So what's interesting is the state is fading out, but it really should be done. I think the code should be like, hey, look, if life remaining is less than 0, then song state is equal to song state dot done finished playing. Let's get some Coder's music while we're waiting for this to, we're working our way through this. Coder's music is not working. I have to refresh the drone game. The refresh isn't working. Oh, because I'm at a breakpoint here. That's why. Coder's music should be working. I see. I have to hit run here to kind of get things back. Breakpoint, clear the breakpoint. All right. Now can I hit the coders to get the music playing? It's refreshing the, trying to refresh the drone game. That's what's going on there, waiting for those scroll bars to disappear. Yeah, that's not Code Rush's music. That's Bittersweet playing from here. I mute the site and unmute it. Why did that take so long? That makes no sense to me. Oh, yeah, we got the problems with the volume being negative. We should go figure that out too. If it's equal to finished state, then we got to do this. Get volume multiplier. I'm going to say R0 here, return 0, like that. So now we got song state finished playing. Now we did lose our timeout code that was here before. Yeah, I think there's a chance that that is related to the problem here, is that we got past it while we were maybe in a breakpoint. It's a theory. Now I want to go have this additional state and check for this additional state. Like that. If this player's state is equal to, hey, finished playing, I think it goes like this. This music player is equal to the next music player. The next music player is equal to null. That's what I think we are going to do. And then I want to say, hey, if not this music player, or this one is dot state excuse me. Then I want to say a new music player there. Like that. G Duncan 411 subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thanks so much. Junica's asking, did you really get stung by a scorpion? I did. Darn, I would get a mosquito row and sleep forever sleeping fear. Yeah, last night I was like, don't let this change you, Mark. Just relax, go to sleep. And in general, I listened to myself. I think it was pretty good. Although I'm still like, I'm going to tear the room apart today. You know, tear apart the bed, look everywhere, find that guy and remove him. Yeah, because Karen got a scorpion bite. She stepped on one. We weren't able to find the scorpion a couple days ago. And so I think it's the same guy. Yeah, I'm all tingly all over. My fingers are tingly, my mouth tingly. Fire, burn it all down. We could do that. Yeah, I still feel like it right where I got bit right there. There's no mark there, but it is, other than the mark that's in front of you. But yeah, it's right there. I don't think there's any. Is there anything there? Can you see anything there? It's maybe a little red in that space. But yeah, that's where it was hit. I put a bug net and sleep in a cage. Okay, let's try refreshing with this new code that we've added here. I feel like I needed to look through a little bit more to understand the state complexities that are here. Next music player update. If music state is playing normal, then we're going to pause the song and swap them over. I almost want to say, instead of saying it's playing normal, if it's not equal to fading in. Because then if it's any of those other ones, we can swap them and move it over. I think there's a shot that'll work. I don't know. Let's refresh over here. And because of the background loading, sometimes I've noticed that songs take a while to start playing, and that might have been what was happening before when we started and nothing was happening because of the background loading. It's loading a lot of graphics, but let's try it. Let's do Bittersweet. I'm not hearing anything. I think I'm going to have to. It's going to play random song. So let's actually say what song we are playing by here. Let's do it here with this one. Let's specify the file name here too. Like that. So we'll do that and say what its duration is. Let's refresh over here. So at least we can see the console log. Is it going to play? Is it playing it or not? Waiting for that. There we go. All right, let's hit Bittersweet. I'm not seeing anything. Wait, I'm hearing it though. Oh, there it is. File name. Oh, forgot the $sign in front of it. Interesting. So this time it seems to be working. What's going on? All right, let's do this again here. Refresh. I'm glad I made it through the show without dying. That's awesome. Let's do Bittersweet. It's called Bittersweet/song. Oh, 4. That's the name of the file. Duration and then 12 duration. So it should be playing that. It's the small things in life. But it's not playing. I'm not hearing it, but it could be this delay loading thing that's happening here. That if we gave it more time to load, we'd hear the song. How can we really encourage that to be known, to really do it? Set volume for active song. What's happening here? This is the volume. Ooh, next music player is null. This one is, okay, so we'll get out of here and we'll jump in with this one. So this one's got an active song. Current volume is 0.063. What's the fade multiplier? Low. Okay, this should, I feel like we should hear it. Oh, because we haven't interacted with it? Is that my problem? No, I've interacted with it. Just start playing another song. Wow. So this song finished, this one played. I wonder if it's the load on demand aspect of it. It's either one of two things. It's either a bug with the first song being played, let's enter combat. Okay. Good. So now we've got combat music. If I combat again, I wonder if it changes the song automatically. I think it will. Is it? Yeah. It takes about 10 seconds, I think. It seems like 5 seconds, I think. Okay, so I can switch to the next song just by hitting the same genre again. Okay, and let's exit combat. All right, let's try it on the stream live here. Refresh current cache. OBS, let's mute this one. Actually, wait, let's not. Hold on, I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to turn it off here. And over here, I want to check that bug to see if there's a bug for the first one being played. Is what I think. I want to go look for that. Set volume for active song. Debug, clear all breakpoints. I think I want to set a breakpoint in here when we create the first. Hold on. I am never setting my active genre. And I'm thinking that, here it is right here. This is never set to any default. I'm going to set it to default right now of travel. Because if we're creating new music players and we have no genre, we're not going to get the file up. And so we're creating these music players that have no files associated with them. Let's try refresh over here. That means we should hear music the minute I refresh. Do we? Nope. I'm not seeing it. Breakpoint here. All right. Player's undefined. Next player's undefined. Okay, this point is where we need to create a new music player right here. So we'll say that's what we want right there. And I think the action of just creating it is all we need Is that true or no? Or do we need to play random song? I think we do need to call play random song on it. Okay, let's run it. Let's refresh it. Refresh. As I fight with the UI, I keep clicking console here so to look at it. Nope, what's my problem? Cannot send data if the connection is not. Some signal R related issues, it looks like. Where's that coming from? It's not where I wanted to be. Hold on. Clicked on the wrong thing. I wanted to go. Did I just clear it? Ugh. Let me refresh that. I want to see those errors. Put in a bug net and sleep in a net cage. Oh wait, I got to about blank here. Hold on. I hit the back button, it looks like. It's like, look, I keep clicking on the console and keep switching away. I don't understand why they think that's useful. Okay. Music player. I think music player. Oops. Music player here is calling tell DM. So tell DM on line 77, it goes to send the Dungeon Master a message. What are you switching theme music to? Change it. What's the call stack over here? I'm doing each one of these. I keep calling. I'm in a loop where I'm rapidly calling this. All right, so now I'm thinking maybe I don't want to create the music player to start with. I think I'm now going to change that is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it empty. Okay, refresh over here. Okay, let's hit bittersweet. Nothing's happening over here. I didn't see a message over here. Let's try one more time. Bittersweet. Not coming over. If the players aren't created yet, then let's create the new one right here. Let's see if that works. Okay, refresh. Trying out my new emote. That's cute, Matthew. All right, there we go. Let's now hit bittersweet. Come on. Let's go get a breakpoint. Why didn't that work? I totally expect to hit this breakpoint right here. Let's try again. Bittersweet. Oh, you know what it might be? Yeah. The problem is my SignalR connection from my WPF app. Oh, I'm in a debug state in my WPF app. This could also be problematic here. Okay, hold on. Let's go. That could be partially why testing is tough. All right, try again. Hitting the button. Not seeing anything for playing there. Let's set a breakpoint. Did I do it? I set a breakpoint here. Let's set a breakpoint here. Wait. I'm sorry. Wait. I do want to make sure. Even just because that was a breakpoint doesn't mean it may not be working. I want to that it's working. Sorry, it doesn't mean that it's working. Let me click this button. Okay. Keep running. And keep running. The question is, does this go away? It does. Okay, cool. Hit the bittersweet button. All right, now we're getting to it. And is it going to just work? Skip past that. Skip past that. All right, let's not break any more on it. And we're running here. Something went wrong. All right, one more time. Hit the button. Bittersweet. Breakpoint's not hit. Bittersweet. Breakpoint is hit this time. So that goes to tell DM right there. We might as well throw that out to a console log too. What's my music player here? It's undefined. And Nick's music player also undefined. So we should be creating a new one. And I hit F10 and then we jumped right back up here to change active genres. It's coming in twice. Three times. I'm hitting F5 now to run. Clear the breakpoint now. Wait, what's my call stack? How come we keep coming in here? So just these two coming in here. I'm not understanding why I am in this anonymous function change octave genre. Oh, it's in the constructor. Oh, gotcha. Hold on. This is wrong. Pretty sure. Well, hold on. Yeah, that doesn't go here. Does it go here at all? I don't think it goes here either. Well, that creates the new one. Yeah, it doesn't go there. That's the problem. I'm in a little bit of a loop. All right, let's continue to run. All right, glad I figured that out. That was like a That was a bug for sure. Okay. Hit bittersweet. What's happening over in console? Nothing. We're not getting to change active genre. We should totally get there. It seems. Hit it one more time. Bittersweet. Not getting here. Get my breakpoint here. Try again. Bittersweet. Not even getting to my execute sound command, which is coming from a signal R. Initialize player data. Is that going to go away? Yes, it went away. That's all working. Initialize. So let's try bittersweet one more time. User to interact with the document first. We got to do that in order to play things. So I've just interacted with the document. Bittersweet one more time. I have all of these breakpoints that are not being hit. So one more right there. Bittersweet. Suspense. Yeah, no breakpoints are being hit. Nice, you big baby. Talking to Matthew, I think, aren't you?
Me? Call me baby?
No.
Who did you call baby?
I was just reading what Surly Dev said.
Wait, you called Surly Dev baby?
No, Surly Dev said, nice, you big baby. First I thought he was talking to me. Oh my God, I'm tingly all over with I want to say spider venom, but it's scorpion venom in me.
Are you going to become a superhero?
That's what everybody was asking about. What kind of superpowers? If you what kind of superpowers would you get if you were stung by a scorpion?
How much longer is your show?
I don't know.
I have
Yeah.
class in a half an hour. Should I do it outside?
No, do it here. I'll be done. I'll be done. I just got to fix this bug. All of a sudden, this weird elusive bug. I think it's, by the way, to be honest, I think it's if I shut everything down and restart, it'll all work. I feel like the problem is not in the code. That's what I feel
You
like.
always say the problem is not in the code.
Well, I don't always say that, but I'm not getting here an execute sound command. And if we go to, let's go to our D&D app here. Let's go find sound command. Let's see if we're sending it from right here. Let's see if we get to this breakpoint there. Because we should, when I hit the button, I'm not getting to that breakpoint. So the D&D app may have lost it. I may have to restart this. Let's try restarting this first. It's got the Signal R connection, but it may have lost its connection with Twitch, with the Twitch client. And let's restart it. Let's listen to some Code Rush music while we're waiting for this to be able to test. Pretty sure I shut down that app. Yeah, it looks like I did. There we go. Start. Matthew, I think your remote looks great on a dark background, but in a light background, it does not look so good. You need those to be alpha blended around those edges right there. But in a dark background, it's not bad. Like especially there, it's not so bad. But if you just alpha blend those, that'll be good. All right. Pudding says, I agree. Which has some fire is a universal language. I think you're talking about burning it all down. Are we running? Where's the app? Here's the app. Initialize player data. Let's hit the button. I think we lost our connection with Twitch. Let's try now. Bittersweet. Okay, now we're getting it. Now I bet we hit the breakpoints down here. Now we're hitting the breakpoints down in the overlay. Execute sound command, right like that. Let's clear the breakpoints as we go through. Change genre. There's the bittersweet, as expected. Here we are, change active genre. Let's clear that. And now we're getting to return here. But we didn't get to this because the music player already exists. Okay, I can buy that. Okay. And now we're running. Let's turn off the Code Rush music. And I don't think we're going to hear anything, and there's probably an error because we haven't interacted with this yet. Yeah, it didn't interact. Now if I click on it, though, we might be able to hear something. I might have to refresh it now. Because there's SignalR connection, there's a Twitch connection. There's two different kinds of remote connections going on here. All right, one more time. Let's hit bittersweet. Well, it's trying to play song 25, but I'm not hearing it. Let's hit bittersweet again. Nothing happened. I was expecting it to do something there. Oh no, there it is right there. And now it's coming. Could there be a problem initially with the volume? It's hard to tell if it's the volume or the load on demand. Okay, let's go to medium volume. All right. Let's go into battle. Yeah. Nice. It's subtle and I think it's good. I like it. Now let's exit combat. Good. Good. Let's go to suspense. Good. Yeah, I think that's a show, kids. Let's see what we got out here. We can raid. It's not bad. Did not die during the show. Mark that on your calendars. There's a lot of good folks out here right now. Lana Lux, InstaFluff, Bald Bearded Builder, Robert Tables. Let's see what these guys are doing before I raid. Jump out here. Yeah, Robert Tables, we're doing it. I was already considering it, and you pushed me over the top there, Surly Dev. Here comes Robert Tables. Start the raid. Boom! And we're ending with some awesome suspense-like music. And we'll see you kids. Did I start the raid? Thanks for the stream. Please don't die. Yeah, I think I got it. Maybe I failed to start the raid. Let's start it now. Something went wrong. Try running that quick action again later. Really. Here's my chat window. Chat window might have the raid. Does it? There you go. All right, kids. See ya.